Welcome back, one and all, to the Nova Scotia Female Hockey League 2026 U13 AAA Provincial Championship Skills Competition. I'm your host for this narration, Brendan Maloney, on the microphone for High Button Sports. With me on the camera technical side is Vaughn Mason, and on the ice surface it is Mason DeNike, the cameraman on the ice surface, getting a great shot of the players on the bench, making their way, getting ready and set for the skills competition. A load of fun, participatory activities here for the selected players from each of the competing teams in this 2026 Provincial Championship Tournament. Already got some cones set up for fastest skater, agility, skill, movements, nets in the corners for the target, shooting. Should be an exciting and fun afternoon event for all the players involved, and of course the parents and fans in attendance here at the Pictou County Wellness Center in New Glasgow. Once again, a thank you to all you folks who have tuned into these broadcasts throughout the weekend so far. I myself had a whale of a time here in Pictou County, and quite a few tournaments under my belt at this arena as well at this stage of the game, and an honor to be part of this Nova Scotia Female Hockey League U13 AAA Provincial Championship. Of course, a little break from the high intensity level of competition, more of a fun activity moment here for these young players.
Hello. Welcome to the 2026 U13 AAA Provincial Championship Skills Competition. Our skills competition today is sponsored by Solvings of Scotiabank. We have 5 events involving 6 players from each team. So we're going to get started right away with the first event, which is the fastest skater forward. So we can get our 5 participants to come over here.
And the first event is the fastest skater, getting started right away. 5 participants, 1 from each team, are going to get set and get ready for this contest. First up, it's Bramwell from Metro West Force Blue. Number 14, Little from Fundy Highland Stars. Thompson from Metro West Force Red. As the officials on the ice surface just going over the rules for the events with the players, making sure everyone's on the same page here before starting things off. So just like in the big leagues, the fastest skater competition.
Is fueled by some.
Ready to get things started here. So it looks like there's going to be a full lap of the ice surface, almost a full lap of the ice surface here for the players involved. One of the things to watch out for is losing an edge on this competition. You get so caught up in trying to go as fast as possible. You have to pay close attention to the crossovers and keeping your edges clean on the ice so you don't lose your footing. As you go so fast sometimes when you're trying to go as fast as possible in these competitions, you don't want to lose an edge.
First up from the Fundy Highland Stars,
Isla Little first up for the Fundy Highland Stars. And she gets off and running, hustling down the wing. Moving around the other side. Bopping around, careful with the crossovers. Here she goes, all the way through. Lucy Bramwell from Metro West Force Blue up next. And she's off to a running start. Hustling down the wing. Making the turns. Careful not to lose an edge there. Quite a bit much speed there. It's around again. Look at her go. Off and running all the way down. That's time. Like I said in the first skater, that speed as a factor, trying not to lose an edge. Up next is Zoe Berthiaume, making her way around. Look at her go, quick with the crossovers. Great foot speed here. Fantastic skating work there by the Whitecaps, number 6. She gets all the way into the zone.
From the Valley Wild,
Valley Wild player up next, takes a tumble on her way through. Katie Henneberg as she moves around. Some good speed here. Gets back to her feet and hustles down the ice. All the way through.
Metro West Force Red, Georgia Thompson.
Jordan Thompson from Metro West Force Red up next. Final contender in the fastest skater. Once again, the foot speed a factor here. Hustling down. Almost took a tumble there, but gets back in time.
Okay, because of a fall, Valley Wild participant will go the second time, Kate Henneberg.
So Kate Henneberg will get a second chance after her fall for a second opportunity. It's out to a running start. Could the exhaustion be a factor from that first lap? We'll see. Look at her go. Quite a pace set here. All the way through. And the roar of her teammates in attendance there.
Thank you, girls. You can return back to the bench. We're going to go to the next event.
And the next event is the fastest backwards skater. Testing both sides of the skill game in skating here, forward and backwards. Once again, the head on a swivel instruction you hear throughout hockey, much more of a factor on the backward skating. Make sure you keep your footing and know where you're going. You're going backwards the whole time to try to weave through the pylons. So getting instructions to go around the hash mark circle. Little tour of the course here so they know exactly what they're getting themselves into. So once around one circle in one zone, through the pylons and around the other circle for a complete circle around before finishing for the time. And through the pylons at the end. Good instructor there, more of a learn by doing there. The players making their way back down to the other end to start the race. Ellie Nash, Metro West Force Blue, the first contestant for the fastest backward skater, getting set and ready. It's more a revisiting of the instructions just to make sure everything is all good and clear before starting off. Always a little added pressure being the first one to go. See how Nash does here. Get started building speed with the crossovers and moving around the circle. Much more careful with keeping the balance on the backward skating. It's a specialty skill compared with the forward skating. The forward skating is the first thing you learn when you're skating. And there she goes around the circle trying to maintain closeness to the tight of the circle, and that's all the way through. So when you're the first player, the other players can notice some things you do well and some things they can improve on moving forward. So it is a bit more of an advantage when you're about middle of the pack or later in these skating competitions. One thing to note that they might be noting, the players, is to try to stay tight to that circle to reduce the amount of distance coverage and reduce the time as well. And Turner for the Whitecaps now. Great technique on the crossovers, tight to the circle. Comes through, weaves her way through the pylons. Maintaining speed. Great control. A little bit wide there, but she gathers it in. All the way through to the finish line. Great job there for Turner.
From the Valley Wild, Blakely Ward.
And it's Ward up next for the Valley. Starting in that side position here. Try to get those crossovers started right away. Picking up some speed. Almost lost her footing there, but maintains her balance. Tight to the circle. Oh, and she takes a tumble there. Might have to do a redo on that one. He gets a encouraging applause from the crowd.
Okay, up next from Metro West Force, Red,
Isla Carson from Metro West Force Red up next. Starts with the crossovers. Staying close to that circle. Gotta be careful with not picking up too much speed. You can lose that footing and lose that closeness to the line of the circle. Give up some distance, give up some time. As Carson weaves her way around. All the way through, long strides as well. And a raucous applause from her teammates in the stands.
from the Funny Highland Stars, Lionel
Rylan Mahar from Fundy Highland Stars up next. Went a little wide in the circle, but she keeps moving. Gathering speed with the crossovers. Weaves her way through the pylons and makes her way to the final circle. She's quite wide there, but she gets it back in. Almost lost the footing there. Keeps it hold there all the way through. And a big applause from the hometown faithful.
Up again for the Valley Wild, Blakely Ward.
And Ward back again here for the Valley Wild for her redo. Careful to maintain balance. Good buildup of speed here. Good foot speed as well. Almost lost it there, but keeps it held. All the way through. One last try and over the line. Just taking the fall there at the end, but that should be good for a round as didn't lose too much speed on the tumble at the end. And the teammates in the stands cheering her on as well.
Thank you, girls. We're going to get up next our 5 participants for the puck handling.
And now on to puck handling. And as we move along, we get into ever more specialized skill groupings here as puck handling, one of the finer skills in the game of hockey. Covered the basics with skating, the foundation, and now on to the more complex skills and combining the skating with the puck handling. Pretty straightforward this one here, as players know the drill for this one. Control must be maintained on the hold of the hockey puck throughout this lap while weaving around all of the cones.
Up first from the Quad County, Lexi Brown.
Lexi Bro with first opportunity here for the Quad County Whitecaps. Here she comes, weaving her way through. Look at the foot speed as well. Touch the pylon there, all the way through.
From the Valley Wild, Danny Kittle.
And it's Kickham from the Valley, making some nice moves. Hit the pylon there. Comes around.
From the Metro West Force Red, Flora Black.
Flora Black from Metro West Force Red. Next up. Here she comes, weaving her way through. Couple of dipsy-doos there all the way through.
From the Thunder Highland Stars, Macy McDonald.
And Mason McDonald from the Thunder Highland Stars up next. Look at her go. And a clean finish there from end to end.
From the Metro West Force Blue, Ruby Sullivan.
And Ruby Sullivan from Metro West Force Blue up next. Final skater, puck handler for this competition. Lots of finesse here, moving through. Very smooth.
Thank you, girls. Go back to the bench. We're going to get our next participants out for the shooting accuracy.
And now we move on to shooting accuracy. One of the more exciting parts of the skills competition. Snipers on display here for this one. Some friendly rock, paper, scissors competition there to start things off. You see the camaraderie there. And our cameraman Mason Denike making his way down to the nets for a better angle here of the accuracy shooting. The players getting their instructions here. From what I recall, it is 6 shots on the net to try to make the most of the targets of those 6 shots. From the hash marks. The high percentage scoring area, and you have to hit it accurately because the goaltender theoretically is on the top of that blue paint to cut down the angle. Got to pick your corners. It looks like there is a 5-hole option as well on that target machine, so who knows if that one will count as well. But conventionally, it's the 4 corners that you're looking for here with these shots. And that is with the tendency for some snipers have preferences of what they can hit, that part of the net they can hit most accurately. They're a strong suit. That's the one to go with. You want to hit all 6 in that same area. Play to your strengths for this one. And up first, it's Roslyn Waterbury. Off the crossbar for her first shot. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. 0 for 4. 0 for 5. Last shot. 0 for 6. So Waterbury unable to hit any of them just yet.
Up next, Metro West Force Red, Emmy Rimmer.
And Emmy Rimmer up next from Metro West Force Red. All she has to do to get the top spot now is for at least hit 1 so far. Accuracy shooting is one of the more high pressure ones of the competition. And 1 for 2. 1 for 3. 1 for 4. 1 for 5. And 1 for 6, so she gets the new top spot at 1 for 6. So 1 is the one to beat now. Emmy Rimmer.
Up next for the Philly Highland Stars, Alexa Cormier.
Alexa Cormier, number 21. For 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. Off the crossbar, 0 for 4. 0 for 5. And 0 for 6. So Emmy Rimmer still at the top spot with one target hit here. Still the one to beat.
From the Metro West Force Blue,
Myra Blackburn up next for Metro West Force Blue. So can she beat Emmy Rimmer, her rival on Team Red here? So Force Blue now. Blackburn setting up, getting ready for her shots. 0 for 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. So close on that one. 0 for 4. And that's 1 for 5. And 1 for 6. So tying Emmy Rimmer. So Emmy Rimmer and Blackburn both tied. And Kalia McDonald, number 11 for the Quad County Whitecaps. The final shooter. So Emmy Rimmer and Blackburn both tied at 1 for 6. That's 0 for 1 for McDonald so far. 0 for 2. She can do on these last 4, taking her time. 0 for 3. 0 for 4. Off the crossbar, 0 for 5. She's got to get this one in to get a 3-way tie. And she misses, so 0 for 6. So it's Rimmer versus Blackburn for the tiebreaker here.
Our 2 participants tied will shoot again, 6 more pucks. So up first, Emmy Rimmer.
So Emmy Rimmer up first for the tie-breaking round. And trying to get that 6th puck. 0 for 1. Off the crossbar, 0 for 2. 0 for 3. 0 for 4. 1 for 5. So 1 for 6 for Emmy Rimmer, equaling her first shooting average. So Myra Blackburn has to get 2 in to beat Emmy here. See if she can do it. She has to get at least 1 to avoid a loss in this round. And this is 0 for 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. Pressure mounting here. 1 for 4. 1 for 5. Oh, and 1 for 6 on the goalpost, so we'll have to do another round here as well, it's down to the wire here to try to find a winner of this target shooting. Getting the 6 pucks ready here. Emmy Rimmer once again. 0 for 1. 1 for 2. 1 for 3. Off the goalpost, 1 for 4. 2 for 5. And 2 for 6. So now Blackburn has to get 2 to tie Emmy Rimmer. And 2 has been the highest score yet. 0 for 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. 0 for 4. She's got to get the next one in. Off the goal post. 0 for 5. And 0 for 6. Emmy Rimmer, your champion for the target shooting competition from Metro West Force Red. And now the shooting showdown. Goaltenders included for this one. This is the shootout. Right from one exciting event to another, as the showdown event. Net getting ready here. So it's more of a breakaway competition here. One-on-one against the goalie. So getting the rundown of the rules here to start things off. So plenty of great stick handling work here will be on display, and goaltending as well for these showdowns. Another exciting matchup here for the skills competition as the goaltenders get warmed up. Loosen the cobwebs here from sitting still on the bench for the skills competition. And Damchik, the goaltender for Metro West Force Red, starting off in goal. Close-up view there from our cameraman Mason Denike. Great shot there. So 4 shots each.
Okay, I'm going to introduce the shooters. We're just going to tell them to go in the mic. So shooting for Metro West Force Red is Grace Merriman. Shooting for Fighting Battle Stars is Lachlan Roberts. Shooting for Metro West Force Blue is Paige McKenzie. For the Broad County Whitecaps, Grace McDonald. For the Valley Wild, Mila Metz.
So Robertson up first against Damchik. Robertson moves in. Shoots, he scores! McKenzie up next for Metro West Force Blue. Save made by Damchik. Here comes McDonald. Coming in, shot, save made by Damchik. And now it's Betts. Betts moving in. Slows down, shoots. Save made by Danchik. So Hannah Burns up next for the Valley Wild in goal. A view of some of the fans in attendance here in the Valley Wild. Here comes Berrigan. Grace Berrigan in, shoots. Sailed that over top. Robertson. One-on-one against Burns. Off the goal post. Here comes McKenzie. Over top of the net. Burns is 3 for 3 thus far. But can she stop McDonald? McDonald moving in. Backhand shot, sailed it wide. And 4 for 4 on the saves. In goal is Burns. And Quad County Whitecaps, Hannah McDaniel. Up next in goal. So McDaniel in between the pipes here to face the first shooter. And it's going to be Berrigan. Grace Berrigan, one-on-one against McDaniel. Backhand shot, save McDaniel. Now it's Robertson. Robertson skates in, fakes the shot, moves to the forehead, she scores! What a move by Robertson. That's her second goal of the showdown. Now McKenzie slows down, picks up speed as she moves towards the net, shoots, she scores! And McKenzie scores as well here. And now Betts, one-on-one against McDaniel. Moves in, backhander off the goal post. Olivia Doyle from Metro West Force Blue next in the goal. Tapping the goal post to get ready. And it's Berrigan starting once again. One-on-one against Doyle. Backhand shot, she scores! Now Robertson. Walker saved by Doyle. McDonald moves in. Forehand shot and a save made by Doyle. Betts weaves her way through. Nice weaving moves to the backhand. She scores. What a goal. And Natalie Mason going in the net now for the Fundy Highland Stars for a raucous applause from the hometown faithful. Getting set between the pipes. Four shots to face. It's up Berrigan up first. Grace Berrigan moving in with speed. She scores! What a shot by Berrigan. Oh my goodness. Right to the back bar and in. Oh, it's a snipe show right there, folks. Grace Berrigan, goodness gracious. Mackenzie coming in. She shoots it off the crossbar. Both players wasting no time there to getting the shot away. Now McDonald from the Whitecaps. She moves in. Makes a move to the front and a save made by Mason. And now it's Betts. Weaving her way around. Takes the wide turn. Skates in. Weaves her way through. Back and forth. Oh, and she stopped there. Knocked to the ice by Mason.
Okay, round two. We're going to go back to our first goaltender from the Metro West Force Red, Amelia Damchuk.
And Damchuk back in goal here. Here comes Betts. She likes that wide weaving move. Coming in, back in forehand, she scores. And now McDonald. Moves in. Backhand shot, she scores! What a shot on the backhand! A ripper, top shelf, that one. Now it's Mackenzie. Working in. And that one stopped by Damchuk. Here comes Robertson now. Moving in, shot, sailed it wide. And Hannah Burns, the next goaltender here. For the Valley. Up first it's McDonald. Moving in. Forehand move and a save made by Burns. Up next, Mackenzie now. Mackenzie moves in, shoots, save made with the glove by Burns. Robertson, head fake, moves in, shoots it wide. Well, not shooter, it's Berrigan. Moves in, Berrigan a shot off the blocker and over in the glass.
The North County Whitecaps, Hannah McDaniel.
And Hannah McDaniel back in the net here. Now it's Betts. Likes those wide turns. Weaves through, tries to get to the net and stopped by McDaniel. McKenzie now. Moves in. Shoots in the pad, save by McDaniel. Robertson. She's already got 2. Fake shot to the forehand again. She scores! An almost identical move to what she pulled off earlier, and she pulls it off again here. Fantastic stuff. Berrigan. Moving in, forehand, she scores! Grace Berrigan. And Olivia Doyle up next. From Metro West Force Blue. Taking her place in front of the cage. And it's going to be Betts starting off now. Betts. She loves to make that weaving move once again. She comes in. To the forehand. She scores! And now it's McDonald from the Whitecaps. Moving in against Doyle. Backhand shot off the blocker of Doyle. Robertson now moving in. Robertson stops up, shoots, save made by Doyle. Here comes Berrigan once again. Berrigan to the backhand, save made by Doyle. And Natalie Mason once again with the raucous hometown faithful cheering her on. She makes her way to the net. It's Betts up first. Here comes Betts. Moves in. Backhand shot off the goalpost. McDonald up next for the Whitecaps. One-on-one against Mason. McDonald moves in. To the forehand, she scores! And it's McKenzie up next. Making her way in against Mason. Shoots off the goalpost. Grace Berrigan. With speed. To the forehand. She scores again. What a shot.
Just give us a couple seconds so we can tally this up. So there's any tiebreakers.
So the judge is doing the tally up here. Make sure there are any tiebreakers or not. So plenty of skill on display here in the skills competition. As the officials gather together. And a great showing in the crowd today for this skills competition and throughout the tournament. Plenty of parents in attendance, family members, and locals here to watch all the action of this 2026 Nova Scotia Female Hockey League U13 AAA Provincials. A little skills competition break here for these players before continuing the high-intensity competition, which will continue later today and, of course, with the championship game tomorrow.
Girls, come on out. We've got some other straight to the vets. We're going to come here. Right here, we're going to come to the awards. We're going to get some pictures.
So now the presentation of the awards for the skills competition and the team pictures. A great shot there.
Okay, winner of the fastest skater forward from the Funny Highland Stars.
And Little from the Funny Highland Stars gets an award for the fastest skater. Congratulations to her. That gets a roar from the hometown faithful as well.
Winner of the fastest skater backwards from the Quad County Whitecaps.
And Turner from the Quad County Whitecaps, fastest backwards skater.
Winner of the puck handling competition from the Funny Highland Stars.
And McDonald from the Fundy Highland Stars, puck handling champion.
Winner of the shooting accuracy from the Metro West Force Red.
And Emmy Rimmer, the Metro West Force Red, of course, with the accuracy shooting winner.
Winner of the showdown on the shooter side, the winner was Grace Berrigan.
And Grace Berrigan, the shooter side of the showdown in the shootout. So many great moves she made in that shootout competition.
Eliminating one from the showdown from the Valley Wild.
And Burns gets the winner from the Valley Wild for the best goaltender for the showdown. Congratulations to her. Fantastic stuff.
Okay, we're going to grab some pictures of the winners. We're going to get a group photo of two, but thank you all the participants in the group with our head quality.
And the winners gathering together for a photograph together. Something that'll be kept with them for a long time. after this tournament's said and done. Make all kinds of memories of playing hockey in these kinds of environments. And now all the rest of the team members gathering together for the photo op. Great shot there. Once again, a shout out to our on-ice cameraman, Mason DeNike, holding the fort on the ice surface. And that'll do it for our skills competition, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Up next, we have 2 more games on the docket of the round robin coming at you live shortly. We'll keep you tuned for those. As we extend this tournament further, stay tuned for the rest of the competition. We'll see you in the next one.